A was April 19th, 1775, was started as a raid on colonial militia supplies would quickly become the first battle of the Revolutionary War, forever changing the course of history. Massachusetts, where it all began. Boston was in the British occupation. The countryside was a hotbed of revolutionary activity. The Americans stockpiling and hiding weapons all over the place. The British would take their troops into the towns west of Boston whenever they had reports of weapons stockpiles. Often, warnings would go out in advance that cannons, guns, and ammunition would be hidden when they got there, and the British would return empty-handed. On April 19th, the game was about to change. The British set out for Lexington, supposedly to arrest John Hancock and Samuel Adams. What they didn't know was that Paul Revere set out William Laws to warn everyone that the British were coming. To protect against British raids, the colonists had developed an alarm and muster system where bird and trouble would send out quickly to local men and militias. When word got out that the British would come to Lexington, the militia mustered in the town. Zoom, Lexington! When the British got to town, they were received by Americans that had mustered on the town green. They weren't there to fight, just to show the British they weren't going to back down. Which is to say, they just stood there, looking at each other for a while, until an unknown person, probably a colonist that was watching from afar, fired a shot, and the British and Americans exchanged fire. They fed, and the Americans ran away. At this point, the British headed to Concord, which was the real reason they had set out in such large numbers. They wanted to raid the stockpile of ammo. Zoom in at Concord. The alarm and muster system meant that as they raided Concord, militia men kept streaming in until there were 400 of them outside the town. Eventually, the British engaged the Americans in rage, and due to exhaustion and low numbers, were pushed back. Everyone was surprised, especially the Americans. As the British retreated to Boston, the Americans gave the chase and shot them at their feet. While casualties were not very high, it was definitely a victory for the Americans. More importantly, it was the beginning of open hostilities with England, until the Declaration of Independence would be signed for another year. Regardless, the war had begun, and 13 colonies would soon be the United States of America. Next time, the landings at Normandy.